Well, hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day, and today we are straying from my spooky aesthetic to do a collection that I think is absolutely adorable and I think you guys will really enjoy. So today we're doing 3 looks as well as swatch comparisons with other palettes using the Bambi collection from Colourpop. So I'm going to test all 3 palettes today. We're going to do 3 looks. I'm also going to test the trio of eyeliners. So we have 3 looks, 3 eyeliners to test out today. Also, I saw on Instagram people comparing these palette color schemes to other Colourpop palettes. So we're going to compare those as well because I have the palettes that people are comparing them to. So we have the Flower palette is one of the palettes to test out today, which is a purple one. We have the Thumper palette, which is this really cute neutral Easter eggy green pink kind of moment. We also have the namesake of the collection, the namesake of the movie, the Bambi palette, which is my favorite because this is my everyday kind of go-to color scheme, you guys. This is the one I saw in that collection. I was like, I need it. I know I don't need it, but I need it. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the swatch comparisons before we get into the looks. Also, be sure to give me a thumbs up on this video. I am doing 3 looks for 1 video and it took a lot of effort, so if you give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Alright, let's get started. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started with look number 1. I'm really excited for this because I just opened this little eyeliner set and it is absolutely precious. I'll see it online and stuff and the colors look cute, but this looks absolutely so pretty in person. So this is the little color trio set, and then the color packaging is so vibrant and so bright. So they have little flowers on them, and then the colors are on the bottom here. So for this palette, this is the more green one that we're doing first, which is the Thumper palette. For some reason I couldn't think of his name for a second. But we're going to use this palette first, so I'm going to go more towards this middle one. We'll use the yellow one for the other, the yellow palette, the Bambi palette, and then we'll use the purple one for the flower. So let's go with this one. This one is called Raindrops. It's a pretty kind of a mauvey, but it has glitter in it too. So we're using the Thumper palette for look number 1. My eyelids are already primed, but I do also want to do a cut crease moment for this. So let's get into it. I'm excited. It's so cute. It's so cute. As always, you guys, of course, I don't claim to be the most professional, amazing makeup artist in the world. If I do these looks, you can too. So let's get started with it. Now, since my eyelids are already primed and I'm going to do a cut crease, I'm not going to put anything else on my eyes right now. I'm going to start off with the Friend Owl shade, which looks like it's some blemish on it. But here is the Friend Owl shade right here. I'm going to put this over the first half of my crease. A lot of kickback in the pan with this shade, so I'm going to tap off our excess and just go ahead and put this in the first half of the crease. Oh no! My primer's starting to crease on that side. But I like how neutral this is. But I wanted to not focus on the purple into this because we do have a purple palette. And also the fact that I really want to use this green shade. So I'm going to go back in here, tap off the excess again, and do the other side. Just halfway across the front of the crease. I mean, this color is so neutral and soft. Again, there's a lot of kickback in the pan. It does not take much effort to blend this shade out. See, look how simple. I mean, maybe I should darken that up a little bit, but it looks really just so easy. This is also a Kaleidos makeup blending brush too. Okay, with the same brush now for the second half of the crease, I'm going to go into Long Ears, which is a darker shade. And I'm also going to go into a little bit of Great Big Feet, which is a purple, or it's a dark gray with purple glitter in it. So mixing those two for the second half of the crease. Now I know Bambi is a really cutesy theme. The packaging on this is really cute. But just from these colors right here, if you wanted to get a vampy look out of this, you probably could. You just gotta keep deepening up the darkest corner because it's not the darkest color in the world. Especially with the glitter in it, it does come off softer. But it's really cute and you could get a vampy look with this if you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the cut crease canvas from Makeup Revolution, carve out some lid space, try to get it even. I doubt it's gonna happen, I'm gonna try. And we'll put some shimmers on. Alright, so I have a little bit carved out. I know it's not even, but it's fine. It's, it is what it is. Not everything's perfect. So I'm going to go into I'm Thumpin', which is the pretty green shade. It's so pretty. I love an ivy mossy green. It's so pretty for the inner half. And then for the outer half, I'm going to go into other shimmer in the palette, which is Miss Bunny, which is this one. So we're going to use all the shades in this palette today. I'm just going with the same brush that I wiped the cut crease canvas off with. And let's go ahead and see how this applies on top. So you can see the green's already sticking, and it's more of a subtle green. It's definitely not like a super lime or super like dark. It's very much like an Easter vibe. And I feel like they should have waited till Easter to put this out. Like, I know technically it's not like an Easter movie and stuff, but with the color scheme and spring, like that would have been a beautiful fit for it. That green's really pretty. This is looking pretty good so far. Pretty good. I love the green. And then the other colors blended so nicely. I'm feeling pretty good about this look so far. Like, I know the cut crease thing isn't very even, but like, I don't even care. Cleaned off the same brush, now going into Miss Bunny, which is that pink shimmer. This looks really pretty too. It's kind of like a champagne-y looking pink. And that goes on the outer half of the crease. Now, this we're gonna lose a little bit probably when I blend in a second. But as of right now, it's a really soft shell pink. But it looks good, it looks good. Now taking that blending brush with no extra product, I'm just buffering right over. I know I cut the crease and I cut it on purpose. But to me, the more blurred out looks better than like, oh, you clearly see where I ended carving just for the outer corner. I don't care about blending the inner portion. That can look nice and crispy. I just blend out the outer portion because I didn't do like a wing with it. So I just want like not to look like I just drew my eye shape down. So for lower lash line, I'm gonna take this big one from Colourpop. It is an E7, which is a big old shader brush. I'm gonna go into the long ears shade right here and just dust it under my lower lash line. Okay, now I'm gonna use the cutest little liner in the world. This is a metallic, so I don't know how it's gonna stick in my waterline, we'll see. But this is the Raindrops Cream Liner. Colourpop liners are a hit or a miss with me, honestly, because sometimes they stick and sometimes they don't. Ooh, honestly, this one sticks really well. So this is no eyeliner, this is with eyeliner. Honestly, I feel like Colourpop's liners, honestly, why do I keep saying honestly? Lately, have been far better than they used to be. Like, I know the first time I tried Honey Dude, I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. But like ever since I feel like the Raw Beauty Curiosity collection, that was the first time I was like, oh, this Colourpop liner is phenomenal, because the Marigold one is absolutely beautiful. And I feel like since then, every liner I've tried from Colourpop has been nice. So we'll see about the other ones, but like, as far as the metallics, they usually don't stick this well, but it looks really good. So I'm gonna pop on some lashes, mascara, lipstick, finish my face. I'll be right back and I'll show you the finished look for November 1. All right guys, so I'm back and here is my finished look. So here's the eye look. I added a little baby wing because these flary lashes don't really go out that far. So here is the look. I think it's really cute. Like, it's simple, but you can definitely still like carved it out. And like the lower lash line is super buffed out, and I think it's really cute. Like, it's really nice. I don't think it goes perfectly with this hair color and this lip, but like, I don't know, I still think it's really pretty. So my thoughts on the first like 2 products we use. So this eyeliner, which is the Raindrops, Raindrops eyeliner, really pretty. It's really sticky in there pretty well, and I did take like a little bit of a break in between putting my lashes on and stuff and coming back so I could see if it's starting to wear away. It's pretty good so far. And the Thumber palette. Now, these are not the most pigmented shadows Colourpop's ever come out with. It's definitely more on the subtle side for like the crease colors and stuff, but they blend really well, like effortlessly blending. And I feel like the colors, the shimmers and everything are really nice. So this could be a little darker. I would say this one is a little bit disappointing as far as like how deep it is. But also I feel like that's supposed to be like that because there's a ton of glitter in this shade if you can see it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching look number 1. Let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, it's time for look number 2, and we're going to be using the Flower palette, which is the purple one. It's a little skunky girl. So here we go. This is what the inside looks like. You know I'm always here for like an icy looking shade. Also for the eyeliner for this look, we'll be using Purdy, which is the more purpley one. So let's go and get started. I'm going to use the same 2 brushes for this, just I cleaned them because I did the other one yesterday. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do more of a halo eye with this one. So my eyelid is already primed with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Base in Fair. And let's go ahead and get doing to it because I got more looks to film today. So I'm going to start off with Pretty Flower, which is the lighter kind of lavender shade. Tap off the excess, and I'm gonna buff this all over the crease, inner and outer portion. I will say when you tap off the extra pigment off your brush with this shade, it does come off lighter than it looks in the pan, but it does apply very evenly. So right now it's looking pretty good, but it is lighter than it looks in the pan. Now to start darkening up our crease for this halo eye, I'm gonna go into the shade Little Stinker, which is more of a plum purple shade. These are just really cute names. I'm gonna tap off my excess. But like, this is a really cute collection and the names are pretty cute too. So I'm gonna tap this in the outer portion and inner portion of my crease and kind of connect in the middle. Again, this is not as dark as it looks in the pan. Like this one's closer for sure. I'm gonna not tap off my excess this time. You just kind of stamp it on. You can always take a packing brush and pack it on. But honestly, with a halo eye, it gets so blurred out everywhere anyways. You're just kind of dirtying up an extra brush in my opinion. But now I can see like the better pigmentation of this shade. So now that I have this going on and it's pretty unblended in the crease, I'm taking a different brush with no product on it. You could also just wipe off the brush you're already using. No product on this, and I'm just gonna blur out the edges. I went pretty high with this honestly, because I stopped tapping off the excess. It just kind of was a lot of pigment on my eyes. Ugh. This eye's gonna be red for a minute, you guys. I got some powder in my contact and that was not a fun time for me. So I'm gonna look watery-eyed for a minute, but we're just gonna keep on going. So I'm gonna take a flat brush now, this is a dry little flat brush, and I'm gonna do the outer portion of the lid. So I'm gonna go to, oh gosh, this is so pretty. Look at this shade. There's like tons of dimension in there. I'm gonna go into this one on the outer and inner portion. Then I'm gonna take a little itty bit of like a white base for the center of the lid and go in with So Shy, which is this one, which is so cute. So the only one we're not using is the black with the glitter in it. So first with the dry brush, just picking this up and putting it on the outer and inner portion. It's actually applying okay. If you use a damp brush, it'd be better. I just want to see how it applies with a dry brush to begin with. But it's very sparkly. It really matches the crease color. Honestly, it doesn't even take much blurring out of this stuff. I just tap it wherever. And then I just kind of smush back and forth between the two shades on the lid to make it perfectly blended together. So like, this doesn't look great, but I'm gonna go ahead with the same brush, go into the So Shy, kind of icy yellowy looking shade. Whitey yellow, I can't really tell. Go into that and just pack it on. And then with the other side, which has the purple on it, I'll just blend them together. Now I'm gonna take my blending brush from before and just blend a little bit, and the top of the eye is done. So I'm gonna take the lower lash line brush we used earlier, the E7, and I'm gonna go into the first Pretty Flower shade, which was this lighter lavenderier, which I didn't know how to say, shade, and just dust it under the lower lash line. Now to finish it off with the eyeliner, this one is Purty, which is P-U-R-T-Y. I'm just gonna dust this in here. See if this one sticks like the other one did, because the other one stuck so well. And actually, so is this one. Like, this is the eye that just kind of watered on me, and it's still sticking in there pretty well. It's kind of like a nice lavender. So here's with it and without it, so you can see the difference. Okay, I really feel a lot better about Colourpop's eyeliners now, because I have so many of them. And some are hits and some are misses, but I feel like if I buy the newer ones, they've all been pretty safe, so pretty happy with that. Now this is my look. I know it's not put together yet. I'm gonna pop on some mascara, lashes, lipstick, finish my face. I'll be right back and I'll show you the finished look for the Flower palette. Alright guys, so this is look number 2 using the Flower palette from the Bambi collection in collaboration with Colourpop. So here's my eye look up close. I think it's cute. I added the Lunar Beauty lashes. Like, this one looks really good. Like, it's a really cute moment. I'm not really a purple person. I don't really wear purple eyeshadow, but I feel like it works. And I added the Too Faced Queen Bee lip. It's just like a little bit more of a neutral tone, but still kind of matching it. I know it doesn't really go with my hair, but I feel like it, you know, it is what it is. But anyways, I feel like this palette performed really well. I would say that these two shades, you definitely need to build up or not tap off a lot of the excess if you want that full pigmentation of it. We didn't use this one shade, but the two shimmers were beautiful. This one has so many different dimensions of color that was really pretty and sparkly. I feel like you applied this shimmer with your finger all over your lid, it'd be beautiful. This has a little bit of a more subtle shimmer to it. It is definitely, this one's way more sparkly, this one's way more of a subtle shimmer, but it does give like a little bit of a pop too, which I really like. So overall, the Flower palette performed nicely. And now let's move on to look number 3, which is my favorite one because it's yellow. I haven't done it yet, but I can't wait to. Alright, it's time for look number 3, and we're gonna be using the Bambi palette, the namesake of the collection and the movie. So here is what the Bambi cover art looks like. It's really cute. And then here is the inside, which of course, you guys, when I saw this collection, this is the one I was like, I need that. And I know I technically don't because I have these colors, but like it's just my everyday kind of color scheme. A little bit of yellow and some neutrals and like a little bit of a taupey kind of warmy color. I don't know. Let's get started. So I'm gonna use this double-ended brush from Sigma for this whole look and just do like a staple look for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with Little April Shower, which is a kind of a cream shade. Tap off the excess. There was a lot of kickback in the pan with this shade, and just dust it right under my brow bone area, like really high up in the crease. This shade is light, but I actually kind of like how it's like, it's slightly yellow. So that shade was really easy to work with. It blended so effortlessly. It took me like 2 seconds. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to the Young Prince shade, which is the middle shade in the palette, which is a little bit of a kind of mustier brown. You know, it's kind of like the Bambi color from the cartoon. And I'm going to put this all over the crease, just slightly lower than the other one so we can kind of see like it kind of transition off. But this color goes really great with my hair. I think I need to like not tap off the excess. This one wasn't quite as pigmented as other Colourpop shadows. That's what I'm feeling with this whole collection. Since this is the last look, I feel like a lot of these shadows do not come off exactly how I look in the pan. You gotta kind of not tap off the excess with them because they want to come off pretty light, which I normally don't have an issue with that happening in Colourpop shadows. But with this collection, I do feel that, but I also feel like they didn't want this to be a super dark collection because it is Disney, it's Bambi, you know? Now for the outer corner, I'm going to go into a mix of kind of Bashful and Whitetail, which are the two darkest shades in here. I'm going to kind of interchangeably mix in here, tap off my excess because these are darker shades, and just darken up the little outer corner. Just do a little outer V right here. Yeah, I really like just like leaving it a little brighter in the inner portion of the eye, especially since my inner portion right here is very blue for my veins and stuff. That I feel like when I leave the inner portion lighter, it makes my eyes look more awake and more open. And if you want your eyes to look wider, you can drag this out. Okay, so our crease, since everything's done, I'm gonna use the golden yellow shade called Fallen. Fallen? Fallen. Fallen? I don't know how you say that word. And I'm just gonna put it on my finger, which is a bright yellow, and I love this shade. I'm just gonna put it on with my finger all across the lid. I think that word is fallen. Like a fawn in, fallen, but not spelled the same at all. Taking that crease brush again and just blending it together. And honestly, this is like a go-to look for me. I just like love yellows, but usually I'll put yellow in the crease too. But if I wanted to, I could just use that first really light pale shade for the crease. And I'd probably just be happy with that as well because it's just really cute. Blend. Now my top eyeshadow is done. What I'm going to do for the lower lash line is take this little flatter side. I'm going to go into Young Prince, which is the kind of mustardier brown shade, and just dust it under the lower lash line. I will also take the darkest shade and just darken up the outer corner under the lower lash line just a little bit. Alright, so for the eyeliner, we're using the pale yellow, which is called Meadow, and we're going to see if this sticks like the other two did, because the other two performed really nicely, so I'm having high hopes for this. Because if the one yellow is the one that doesn't work, I'm going to be really disappointed. And honestly, it's sticking, but I don't find it as consistent. So here it is in the waterline. Here's with none, so we can see the before and after. It does stick. It does look nice. It just comes off as kind of a cream, but I can tell you the more I go back and forth over this trying to get it fully opaque, it's streaky, which my eyes are not that watery, and they were way waterier with that second look, so I don't know what's going on. This one is the least impressive. I feel like this is going to leave my waterline within an hour or two. It just isn't really opaque. It just kind of it's just kind of patchy, which sucks because the other two eyeliners were fantastic and I was raving about how I think they improved their formula. But anyways, I'm gonna pop on some lashes, mascara, finish my face. I'll be right back and I'll show you the finished look and we'll talk about the collection as a whole. Alright guys, this is the finished look for look number 3, our final look of the video. Please give me a like on this video because 3 looks is a lot for me to do in one thing since I do post so often. But here is my eye look up close. Don't judge my wing. Don't judge it. This one's better. Judge this one. But this one's not great. But, you know, with these little flary lashes, I wanted to add a little something extra. So I added a little wing there, but up close, I love this look because it's something I do all the time. Like, it's something I'm really comfortable with. Yellowies, oranges, and browns are like what I go to all the time. So this is something I love. I feel like this is my everyday kind of look, and it performed really nicely. Now, a couple of these shadows in every one of these palettes, you do have to dig a little deeper in to get deeper shades, but I do think that's because they are the Bambi light pastel-y kind of theme to them. But overall, every look I came out with did perform very well. I didn't have any issues getting anything to work. And just dig a little deeper if you want a deeper shade. The eyeliner set. This is such a cute little box. 2 out of the 3 eyeliners I would recommend to you. The pastel yellow one I don't really think was the best one. It's not really, you know, it's not really popping in the waterline like the other 2 were. They stuck in really well, even when they had like a little bit of glitter in it. So 2 out of the 3 were fantastic. As far as the price point, little palettes like this are usually $10 from Colourpop, and now they're $14 with the Disney collaboration. So I don't feel like it's too overpriced for like paying for Disney's collaboration and stuff. And besides, the artwork is so cute. But overall, it's a pretty good collection. I enjoyed using it. Like, honestly, I don't really use purple eyeshadow, but I could see myself using these all the time. Like, this one for the neutrals, a little bit of green, and then this one because it's like my everyday go-to or like a travel palette for me, it'd be perfect. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do I think this palette collection is completely necessary? No, but if you're into the theme and you don't have these colors ready, it's pretty good. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.